Today I felt guided to do this reading a little bit differently than I have done my past readings. This reading I was guided to mostly do based on the astrological alignments and how they relate to our ancestral wounds and traumas. The cosmic configurations kind of serve as mirrors for us, reflecting the ancestral patterns of limiting beliefs or dysfunction that may be so deeply ingrained within our family lineage that it's very hard to see unless you purposefully are looking to heal these wounds and traumas. So I would like to shed a little bit of light on how to purposefully do these transformations without the universe having to repeatedly guide us to do that. And sometimes it's like if you don't take your spirit guide's advice or heed the warnings and signs that are being shown to you on a consistent basis, those signs will get louder and louder and louder until you finally listen to your spirit guides. And so this is why I felt called to do this reading, so that you can seek out ways to heal family lineage that may be holding, like I said, limiting beliefs around money or around your romantic relationships. That way, the universe does not have to hinder you in order to try and help you grow. So one of the first influences I want to talk about is the planetary retrogrades. The planetary retrogrades are potent catalysts for introspection and reflection, and they often make us a little bit more in our subconscious minds. When outer planets like Saturn, Neptune, and Pluto turn retrograde, they beckon us to delve into the shadows of our ancestral past. Saturn urges us to confront the karmic debts and astral obligations that bind us to repetitive cycles of limitation. Neptune dissolves illusions and delusions, unveiling the spiritual dimensions of our ancestral wounds. And Pluto, the transformative powerhouse, just plunges us into the abyss of ancestral trauma. But it empowers us to reclaim our power. So I do also want to go over some of the generational planets that will deeply influence how you are relating to your family lineage at this time. Planets, like I said, Neptune and Pluto, they shape collective paradigms and cultural trends, and these planets traverse the zodiac. They form long-term aspects that reverberate through the generations, highlighting the wounds on such a large scale. And when Neptune is in Pisces, it dissolves boundaries and divisions, inviting us to heal the collective trauma of separation and reconnect with the mystical wisdom of our ancestors. Pluto in Capricorn also exposes the systemic corruption and abuse of power that can be going on within our societal structures. So, as well as these planetary alignments, lunar phases also deeply influence how we feel about our family lineage. The new moon, waxing moon, full moon, and waning moon, they ebb and flow with the tides, exerting a subtle yet profound influence on our emotional landscape. During the full moon, ancestral memories and traumas may rise to the surface, just intensifying our emotional reactions and illuminating unresolved issues within our family line. While the new moon, on the other hand, offers an opportunity for introspection and intention setting. This allows us to plant the seeds of healing and transformation. So when we are aware of the lunar cycles, we can synchronize our inner rhythms and facilitate deep healing. So what is going on astrologically today? We have Saturn doing its thing in retrograde in Aquarius, urging us to take a long, hard look at the patterns and limitations that we've inherited from our family line. It's like saying it's time to break free from all these old family chains and carve out your own path that is truly yours. But it's often very hard to do this unless you are aware of what is going on in your family line. And that takes often time in meditation, journaling, spiritual sound baths. So what a lot of this means for our ancestral healing is like, I'm getting the image of someone just rummaging through their attic, full of like old family photos, memorabilia, and uncovering like these old dusty trunks just filled with these memories and secrets that you had no idea existed. And that's kind of what you may feel during this time in the astrological configuration going on. It's like it's digging up all of these buried wounds and traumas and bringing them to the light for the first time. And you may have other people in your family who are aware of these traumas and wounds, but you, my love, listening, may not be aware of these. And Saturn's retrograde motion is like a magnifying glass. It's zooming in on those deep-seated fears and limitations that have been passed down through multiple generations. And it's asking us to confront the skeletons that are in our ancestral closet and release the grip that they have on our lives. So what we can do to work on this healing is to first off take some time alone to reflect on your family history and any patterns that you've noticed repeating through generations. Take a journal, have a personal, quiet space, and journal about it. Talk to family members if you feel guided to, or if that's even an option for you, and even set up a little bit of altar of just things that you are grateful for to be passed down, or maybe even just write a journal passage showing gratitude for the things that you are grateful for from your family members. It could be where you were born. It could have been your nose that was passed down to you, but find things that you are also grateful for. And next, I want you to embrace the power of intention. Find a candle, quiet setting, meditate on releasing these old wounds and traumas, and visualize yourself breaking free from those chains and stepping into a new empowered way of being, acting, and thinking. And while I'm mentioning this, I want to say that you should also be envisioning like a bright, pure, white light. If you're going to do a visualization like this, have that bright, white light just wash over your family lineage or possible memories of you with your family, releasing any of this energetic blockages or negative patterns. Just watch that pure white light going over these memories or going over your family lineage and washing it away, washing any of the negative patterns away so that you can move forward free of them. And don't forget to give yourself some grace along the way, especially if this is regarding family lineage of negative patterns, ways of thinking. Those are very hard to break, but you, my love, may be the generational curse breaker for your family. And I'm getting that very strongly. If you have found this, then this is you. And I would love for you to take the time to give yourself grace. And especially when you're making a new pattern, it's not as easy as just breaking this bad way of thinking. It takes at least 21 to 28 days to create a new pattern. So think of that. Give yourself a month, give yourself a few months, and make sure that you are doing some of these practices, even if it's a small meditation or journaling. Set aside 5 minutes to journal every single day for a month. and watch how much has changed within that month. You will be amazed. So healing these ancestral wounds, it's no small feat, and it's okay to take one step at a time. You do not have to do this both feet first. Remember, you're not alone on this journey. You have all of your spirit guides, the entire universe cheering you on for this. And your energy being out in the world does make a huge impact on all of us here. So I want to thank you for bringing your energy to this reading. And just remember, today's astrology is like a cosmic spotlight shining on our ancestral wounds and traumas, but it's inviting us to heal and grow. We have the opportunity to break free from all of those old patterns and write a new chapter in your family history. So I am sending you all lots of peace, pure white light, and unconditional love.